Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. If this is your first time on my channel, I am happy to have you here. And if you are returning, welcome back. My name is Jody. I am an intuitive mentor and channel, which means it's my job to listen to spirit and to receive and provide the messages that are coming through for you at this time. You can find out all about me and my services anytime at thespiritexperience.com. I'm just finishing clearing the decks that we are going to be using in this reading today. We are looking at your relationships with the intended time frame of March 2022. So I'm just going to set aside the Enchanted Map deck and the SpiritSong Tarot so that we can choose 3 piles together from the Soul's Journey deck as well as the Muse Tarot. So we're going to be picking 3 cards for each pile from each deck. We're going to be looking for this reading at your acquaintance relationships. So those relationships with people that, you might not know super well, but that you do spend time around. Both of those. Ooh. And then we're also going to look at friends and family. So as I'm pulling this, yes, okay. You just want to ask yourself which card pile is going to be the one that's going to help me receive the messages that I need, yes, for the month of March for my relationships. We will also be looking into your romantic relationships, and there's pile 3. We'll also be looking into your romantic relationships, which is wonderful. Again, just ask your intuition, which pile is calling to me? Again, I'm choosing 3 cards from each of these decks for each pile. It's 2, yes, thank you. All right. I will straighten those up in just a minute, and then we will pull some charms, just so you can get a better idea of which card pile is calling to you. Thank you. Woo, that's 2, and they just flew, so I'm gonna go grab them to complete pile 3. All right. Give me just a moment, I'll straighten these up for you, and we'll be back to pull some charms. All right, now that we've got these piles nicely set, we're going to pull, again, 3 charms for each pile. So you can ask your intuition which one is calling to you for your relationships and the information and messages you need for March 2022. We've got, here, yeah, I like show them. The eagle charm there. Pile 1. The frog. And last but not least, the sun charm for you, pile number 1, group 1. Just a quick reminder as well that this is a collective reading. It is not an individual reading, so you're going to want to listen for the messages and nuggets that are coming through for you about your relationships as you're listening to your reading. Take those and then leave the rest. Group 2, I'm just going to set this down for a second. You've got the flip-flops. Yeah, or sandals, they said. The spider with the spider web. And one more to complete this for you, group 2. Ooh, the pinky promise. And finally, group number 3. Let's see what your 3 charms are. The alarm clock. The telephone. And last but not least, the heart charm. Beautiful. All right, so take a good look at each of the 3 piles, and when you're ready, you can head down to the description and click on the card pile that you chose to head right to your reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your March 2022 relationships reading. If you're listening to this, then you chose the pile all the way to the left with the eagle charm, the frog charm, and the sun charm. So I am just going to designate those out to the different groupings so that we can look into different aspects of your relationships. I'm going to lay these out as well, the Muse Tarot cards, as they are our theme energy for each of these groupings. And this represents outcome energy, so we're just going to set those aside for you and we'll be coming back to them at the end of your reading. All right, I'm just going to scoot these up a little so that we have plenty of space for your cards. All right, let's begin by flipping over each of the cards in the different categories, as this is how they've asked me to do it this time. So this is your acquaintance category, the people who you hang around, but you don't know them that well. You may see them, you may work with them, you may have to connect with them on a day-to-day basis, but you don't know everything about them. Let's see what the influence is here. The Seven of Inspiration, which is the Seven of Wands for you, Group 2. This sometimes can present a challenge where you need to ground yourself. And they just said to get focused. So of course we're going to get more information on that, but just as an overall theme, it looks like you're going to need to be paying attention to those people that work around you, that exist around you, that you do have some contact with or a relationship with. It may be you may be presented with some challenges in those areas of your acquaintances, and the key is to focus, right? The charm key tells you it's time to focus, acute focus, to be able to get where you're wanting to go, to be able to achieve or grab, what it is that you want to grab. We've got the frog here in the family and friends category. Let's see what the theme card here is. The Fool energy showing up in the reverse position. So there it is upright. The Fool's a beautiful card. It is the first card in the major arcana. It represents new beginnings, new opportunity, new potential. And because it is showing up reverse, there may be some resistance to that, or you may be kind of holding back. So maybe there's a friend or a family member where they're wanting you to kind of gain some traction in a certain relationship, and you kind of have some resistance because you just don't know what that's going to hold if you actually do that, if you allow yourself to do that. Again, we'll get more information. We're just doing overviews now. And then you've got the beautiful sun charm happening in your loving relationships, your romantic relationship category, Group 1. Let's see. The sun, of course, is always a beautiful energy. It is the bright light. It is the success. It really represents warmth, of course. Fun. And so let's see what we've got for this card. Ooh, Ace of Materials. So a new beginning of sorts here. You've got a lot of new beginnings happening, Group 1, in your relationships, or at least the opportunity, they said, for a new beginning, because of course we do have free will. We get to choose things. And so Ace of Materials says you're going to have a grounded new beginning, a new start to something in your romantic relationships. It looks like it's going to be a positive new start, and it's actually going to be showing up here on the physical plane for you. Okay, let's now get into each of these groups and get a little more information for you. So we'll start with the acquaintance category. All right. I'm going to just pull two cards here from this SpiritSong Tarot. The Six of Shells in the reverse position. They just said, you might have to look at what you've done before and check it out. See if there's something that needs to be shifted, or if you are being challenged by somebody in your acquaintance group or people that you know, especially that you have to collaborate with. There's the Six of Shells. This says sentiment and joy. The Six of Cups is about looking back, nostalgic energy, where you might have, how they're saying it is where you might have overlooked something, or maybe you just didn't know at that time and it just needs to have another look. It actually may provide you with the insight that you need and the information that you need to focus on. So there is a focus in the past for you here, group number 1. This may be, again, as I said, people that you're collaborating with. If you're trying to work on a project or if you're trying to move something forward and you're being challenged by the people around you, then it's going to be important to look back, take a little reflection moment and go like, how can I shift this? Or to be able to see what actually is coming. So if you already know kind of like somebody's personality or what the most likely outcome is, if you say this, they're probably going to say that. Use that information to help you, right? Use that information, connect back to yourself, take a look back and go, what do I know to be true right now? What have I learned as I look back? Taking a look back is going to be very important in order to be able to use it and leverage it, is how they're saying it. Leverage that information. So if you made some mistake before or something went on with this person or people, your focus needs to be in reflection to get that piece of wisdom. Yeah, because it feels like this is the Ace of Acorns, Ace of Wands. They want it to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. They want it to move forward now. They're not interested in waiting. Where is the solution? And if it's really challenging your energy, like you're like, really chill out, I'm missing something, or I don't feel like I have all of the pieces of information that I need, and this person just pushing and kind of challenging you, let's go, let's get this started, let's get going, make the whatever the case may be, right? If that pushy kind of energy, because this fiery beginning, it says creative force and confidence. They may show up as kind of overconfident because you've got that seven of wands there. So like competition energy or somebody trying to start something new in order to challenge you, really. If you're able to rise up in that space, it's going to be a lot easier for you to see what spirit is talking about as far as that piece of wisdom that you can gain from your previous experience, okay? You'll find the answer in the past, what's already happened, what you already know, and that because that 7 wants to center you and ground you into your connection. It wants to give you that answer so that you know exactly what to focus on. So that is the goal. Reflect, look back, ask yourself, what do I know about this person? What do I know about the situation? What do I know about this project? What do I know about this? And how can I improve it with what I know so that I can move this forward? Because that's what they're wanting. They're wanting to start something, begin something. Also, thank you. They're just giving me this is pretty specific. So if this is you, this message is for you. If you are trying to get something off the ground with somebody, all right, and they're really pushing to do that, but you're not feeling so sure that you feel like I'm hesitating, I'm not quite ready, something's challenging my insight, my intuition, something's telling me to wait, or I don't have all the pieces of information, make sure that you're going back and getting that first. Make sure that you're going back and getting that first. Don't be overrun, thank you, by this person's need to start now. If you have an intuitive warning or an intuitive hit that there's some piece of information that you're missing, trust that and make that your focus, right? Because it actually will allow you to achieve what you're going for, okay? So if it's been chaotic, right, which it may be with this kind of energy, and you've been feeling, again, the conflict, chaos, conflict, etc., just moving these so that you can get a good look at them, then just know that this is going to pass. This is what they're saying. This is kind of what you're looking for here. Is this going to pass? Am I going to get through this? Am I going to be challenged by this forever? Am I going to figure out what I need to know? The answer to that is yes. That's why this is a take shelter kind of card. The Spirit's just reiterating to you, don't get yourself burned by this kind of, the word they're using is intrusive, by this intrusive fire. Instead, trust your intuition as to when you're meant to lay low or go back and get some more information about it, okay? It may be riling things up, but that's all right. You want to make sure your focus is clear, and if you need to kind of like take shelter and put a boundary up for the time being, it doesn't feel like it'll be forever, but they're asking you to do that if you feel intuitively guided to do that. if you're wondering if this is going to all clear up, it looks like it will. It will. You'll be able to flush out whatever it is, the information you need to be able to remove whatever isn't serving you in beginning this or in stepping into that creative energy with your acquaintances or with a project, all right, or with an investment. Because I'm feeling that you may be wanting to start something new with someone and they're really pushing it and you're hesitating a bit because it feels a bit chaotic, but it will clear itself up if you actually dive in to the past. Yeah, see, they're saying, they're giving me this number here. Like they don't always focus on the numbers with this one here. So that 37 is a 1. It will clear itself up to begin, to step into that Ace of Wands energy that your acquaintances or this other person or whoever it may be is kind of pushing and pushing. Okay, let's see what the result energy here is. Adversity. I accept the challenges. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So this is happening for you, group 1. I know you may feel challenged and then there's like chaotic energy and maybe there's a lot of moving parts, but it's safe to take shelter when you need to. Go within, look back, find the wisdom. It is going to allow itself to clear up by you being curious about what it is that you already have that's really going to serve you. I accept the challenge that challenges are the best way to learn. So they're just reiterating that. I know you may be challenged at this point, but it's actually a huge learning experience. And more than likely, you're going to be able to take that with you into the future to really serve you. So it's actually amazing if you can, again, focus your attention. You've got that eagle-eyed focus. Know what it is you want to focus on. Don't be pushed around by somebody else's need to begin now. If your intuition is telling you, I need to check things out, I need to go within myself, I need to wait for a moment, I want some of this energy to pass, I want to find the clarity I need to clear some things up, and then you'll move through that challenge, okay, and be able to begin. Okay, let's move into your friends and family, close relationships. These are heart connections. Oftentimes they are connections that have to do with, multiple lifetimes. You've known these people for a while and looks like you have a new beginning, an opportunity to hop ahead with someone here. Let's see what else they're giving me here. 9 of Feathers. This is the 9 of Swords, the porcupine there. This card is all about releasing worry around it. And this is kind of the same energy here as the Fool card, being unsure about what this unknown path might look like if you do decide to give this person, let's say, another chance, or to shift and release the past on something and actually start embarking upon a new path with this person. They want you to release your worries here. They want you to actually step into the idea of there may be a different way to move forward. This may actually be an opportunity for me to grow. Let's see what the vibe is on the other side of that relationship. Because clearly they're asking you to hop forward and they're igniting the, they're focusing on or showing us that you may have some trepidation as it concerns embarking upon a new path. Oh my goodness, look at this. 9 of Shells as well in the reverse position. 2 9, something is asking to be closed out. It's really, if it's not there yet, group number 1, it is coming to a close. The old way of doing things. The new path is going to present itself if it hasn't yet. It's time to hop forward. That very well may be detaching, leaving someone behind, leaving something behind, leaving an old relationship behind. The 9 of Shells is the 9 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment when it's upright. When it's reversed, it says, you may not be feeling it anymore. You may not be fulfilled by it anymore. It may be time to hop forward in a different way, And it may be really scary for you because, you're worrying about what that even looks like or worrying what that path might hold for you without this person or without being as connected to this person as you may have been in the past or reliant upon this person as you may have been in the past. But this really is for your highest good. It feels with these double 9s, they're kind of, and that's an indication for you. If you've been seeing 9s, group 1, as a concerns this relationship that they're talking about here, this close relationship, just know that it is safe to begin to move on, that you're being taken care of. They're asking you to hop forward for your greatest good. Goblins, again, doubling down on the fear energy. So I'm so sorry if you've been stressing out over this, group one, or been afraid to move forward. If it is your hope that you will be able to release the fears and make these kind of goblins in your head go to sleep, it is actually totally available to you with this relationship. You do not need to continue in the same way at all. It's just not serving you. And it's time to hop forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to stop choosing to be unfulfilled when you have the choice to be fulfilled. Stop choosing to worry about it or stress out about it, especially in your mind. The Nine of Feathers and the Goblins card are both mind worry cards, stressing out in your head, which of course is where like our stress begins always in our mind. And it looks like you've probably been really worrying about it and you're really hoping that you can just let this go. And I'm here to tell you, absolutely, it's safe to let it go. I know you're afraid to embark upon it, but it's presenting itself. They said it's really steadily moving forward anyway. It's moving in that direction. And so if you keep worrying about it and you kind of resist it or hold the frog's legs, is what they're saying. If you're holding those frog's legs and it wants to hop forward, you're doing yourself a disservice and causing unnecessary suffering for yourself. And to be completely honest, that includes the other person in this relationship. If you know it's time to move on, group one, if you know it's time to shift something, if you know it's time to set a boundary somewhere and stop doing what is not fulfilling you or what is causing you stress and worry, now is the time to be able to do that despite the fears. Worried about the unknown, worried about what might happen, losing sleep over it, worrying, and all of this kind of talk in your head about, I don't know how it's going to be. Spirit's saying it's safe. It's safe to do that now. Okay, this may be about money here, it looks like. The fear may be about money, whether or not you'll be financially abundant, whether or not you'll have all the abundance. It also could just be in general abundance. So how's it going to feel to be without this person, or to have them take a different role in your life, or to set these boundaries, or to embark upon this path, or to stand up for yourself, is what they just said. To stand up for yourself, group one. Just know that you can choose abundance anytime you want. You're getting this Golden Palace card here, which is the card of abundance in this deck. And it is showing up reversed. They just noted the number again. It looks like these last cards have the number energy for you today, group one. 5 is all about change, okay? 5 is all about change. They said the tarot, Jody, the tarot. Oh, the Emperor. So taking control of your own environment, of your own life, of your own domain, right? Actually being able to do that. I know you may be afraid that you're going to go into like a lack energy, or you're not going to know what to do, or it's just going to be so different. But they're saying it is the time to embark upon the path for that. This may be a small shift for you, group one, depending on who it is you're dealing with or where you are in the process of shifting and embarking upon the new path. It may just be a new way to think about it and release the worry about the future, right? Because that's what they're saying. There's a worry about the future. There's a worry about the unknown and what's to come. And they're really asking you to release that for yourself, because it's providing you the lack energy. You're skating the line there, and you can start to choose abundance and step out of that lack energy when you release the fear and give yourself the emotional fulfillment first, group one. Don't rely on this person, whoever it may be, to provide you, to fill your cup, essentially. You're the one who has to do that for yourself, and they want you to embark upon a new path to be able to do that in the month of March. Or at least take some steps. Start thinking about it. Let's see what the outcome is. Oh my goodness, start thinking about it. Just as I'm saying that. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So at the very least, you want to start thinking about it. You will know when you are ready to embark upon the path, especially if you are feeling nervous about it. And worried about it and sort of like wondering about it, but get some more information for yourself. Try to look at the situation as it is instead of what you've made it out to be. What is the reality of your situation? Because they're asking you to move out of denial, acknowledge the fear that is coming up here throughout this column, you've got massive amounts of worry and stress and fear, and replace it with the insight of awareness. So look at what is, so that you can start wondering about a possible different path, different life, a different way of doing things, a way to stand up for yourself, a way to fulfill your own cup, so that you're not seeking that and worrying about that constantly coming from somebody else. You don't have to stay in the lack energy, and they're asking you for the month of March to, at the very least, start looking around with awareness and acceptance, so that you can see what is actually available to you instead of what your mind has been telling you isn't available to you. Okay, let's move on to your last column here, romantic relationships. You've got the Ace of Materials in the Sun, so this is a new beginning. If you're not in a relationship at all, a romantic relationship, and you're looking for one, there may be an opportunity here for you to actually manifest on the physical plane. So step into that newness energy. Yeah, they just showed me the word dating. So like dating may be a thing for you. If you are already in a relationship, this may be just a different way that you're kind of learning how to do things with your partner that's really going to be quite successful. That may bring some joy into your life. Three of Feathers. Ooh, I love this. Okay, this card here it is upright. Release, recovery, and it's in the reverse position. You are ready. If there has been any pain in the past, with your romantic relationship, or what you believe is available to you as far as dating, because they gave me that word, so I'm just going to say that specific word. If there's been pain, if you have experienced some heartache, heartbreak, etc., you have the ability to kind of set that aside, leave that behind, and step into something brand new that's going to feel really good. The light will be shown upon something brand new, a new way of actually doing things, a new person perhaps, leaving this behind, leaving that behind. Okay, and we have got the Five of Crystals here, which is telling me that this person, whoever this person is that either is coming in or that you're working with or that you're hoping for, is open as well. She's got persistence and new possibilities here, and they're flagging those words for me, which means they may be checking you out from afar. They may be ready to step into something new where they haven't before. If you're coupled up, this may just be a new way of doing things with new possibilities for the future, and people are getting on board for that. Your partner is getting on board for that. If you are looking for somebody, you may have somebody kind of checking you out and really excited for the possibility of dating you, getting to know you, getting to learn about you, more about you, seeing what you have to offer. All in all, relieving any kind of hurt and pain from the past here in the romantic relationship category for you, group one, being able to have hope and seeing things in a different way, because that sun, it just shines upon us, right? It shines and it lights something up a new way and relieves you from past pain, which is wonderful energy with someone who's really persistent. These were just going to fall and I kind of saved them. So yes, we are assuming these are the cards. Let's see. If you're hoping for someone to love you or care for you in a way that you know you deserve to be loved and cared for unconditionally, without exception, this is going to actually be available to you here. So make sure that you're setting the word they want me to use is sights, setting your sights on that. But as they're saying it, they're talking about the alignment of it. What do you know that you deserve? Are you willing to receive that into your life? If you have been kind of in a place where the pain from the past blocked you up, closed you up, and you were like, I just can't. I don't want to do that. I'm not open to receiving, or I'm not receiving what I wanted. And so I kind of have lost that kind of belief in myself. I'm fine on my own. I'll do it myself. I have to do it myself. All that kind of, if somebody's going to take care of me, that's got to be me. This is of course true, but if you're hoping for someone to come in, you've got to be available for that. as well. You've got to say, I deserve that. I am lovable. I deserve love, right? I deserve to be honored in that way. And as you continue to give love to yourself, it looks like you'll have an opportunity for that. If you're hoping for that, then there may be a very persistent possibility for a person to come in and just like really see how beautiful you are. See what you've been able to accomplish. Appreciate you in a different way. Again, if you're already in a relationship, by leaving the past behind, especially if you've been through some painful stuff, let's say, it really offers up a different kind of energy for them to step into new possibility and show you the love that you deserve, or show you love in a different way. Wow, look at this. Have you learned? If you're wondering, have we learned the lesson? Have you learned the lesson? It looks like yes. It looks like yes, okay? If you're afraid that you didn't get it yet and this is just going to keep coming and keep going and keep coming and keep going, you're going to experience the pain over and over again, it looks like you have come to a point, group one, or that just is not the case. You have learned what it is that you have come to learn with that cycle, and it's safe to release the past now. Take with you the wisdom that you have gained. The talisman card is you earn that information, you earn that wisdom through the experiences that you have had. So whatever your romantic relationships held before, if you want to go back and take a look at them, another reflection point here for you, group one, it's like do that in order to release the pain and open yourself up to new possibilities by continuing to love yourself and continuing to believe that something new is beginning. It has the possibility to begin because you have completed and learned this. If you're afraid that you haven't learned the lesson yet, it looks like you have. They're saying yes, you have what you need to move forward. You won't be falling in that pothole again. So don't worry. Sometimes they give me this and they're giving it to me now, which is like, it can't be the same as it was. That's a complete impossibility. Nothing can ever be exactly the same as it was. And that's why we go through experiences to learn them. And once we fully understand where we were running into that pothole or falling into that pothole, we can avoid it. It's the information and wisdom that you need from the experience of, oh my God, I didn't see it again. There it is again. And now I'm in the pothole. Oh my God, I did it again. You've earned the wisdom. You're walking around that now. It's not going to repeat itself anymore. Okay. So stay aware and keep your joy center really filled. That sun card is a yes card. It's a love card. It's a joy card. It's a happiness card. It's vitality. It's energy. It's beautiful for you to move forward. New possibilities with that wisdom, and you can release the need or the narratives that you're the only one who can care for you. Nobody's gonna, all that stuff, that you're not worthy, all of that. It's safe to actually step into loving yourself in a different way and opening up to receive that from another. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, success and the sun. Same message. I know there is no greater goal than love. So really stepping into the possibilities and the new opportunities that are going to be available for you in the romantic relationship sector, group one. What a beautiful, beautiful energy to close out your reading on. Okay, I hope that this served you today. If this feels like it resonated with you, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and leaving me a comment below about what in particular really was calling to you or resonating with you for your relationships this March. And if you know someone else who may appreciate this reading or could use the messages, please share it with them. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that the next time that I post a pick a card reading, you'll be notified. Thank you so much, group number one. Hello, group two, and welcome to your March 2022 relationships reading. If you're listening to this, then you chose the middle pile with the flip-flops, the spider web, and the pinky promise charm, which sometimes can mean a secret, but that's not what I'm getting from that today. So let's take a look at the different columns and categories in your relationships. I'm just going to set these aside as they are outcome cards, and we'll be coming back to them at the end of each column for you. We'll separate these out into the specific columns. We got flip-flops here. A little bit of fun possibly in your acquaintances. And then in the friends and family department, you've got the spider web there. So building something perhaps, growing something, weaving something. And in your romantic relationships, you've got the pinky promise, which I keep saying just like that, the pinky promise. All right, and we'll lay these theme cards out here and we'll get right to it. All right, so they want me to go through the top today just all at once. So that's what we will do, listening to Spirit. Right off the bat, they said it's going to be more relaxed with your acquaintances. That's what they were giving me prior to the start of this reading, that the flip-flops indicate you may possibly be going on a trip with your acquaintances, maybe like a group trip with people that you don't know, but it feels more to me like there's a relaxed state. You're able to kind of kick back a bit more and have some fun perhaps. Let's see what we've got here in this position. 4 of inspiration. So absolutely, yes, there's something to celebrate here with the people who are around you. And maybe this is like this may be a celebration of someone that's close to you, but it's a bigger celebration. So there are multiple people involved and you don't know them as well, for instance, because they're connected to you through someone else. But there's definitely a celebration. So maybe there's a party that you'll be going to that have a bunch of people that you know, or that you know, but you don't know that well, right? That's what your acquaintances are. It's people that you're around, that you're associated with, but you don't know every single detail about their lives, or you don't have like specific heart connections with them, but you're around their energy. And it looks like you're gonna have a good time with them. So that's wonderful. Love that. Love that for you, group 2. So celebrations, milestone energy. Maybe there's a milestone that's being reached, a big birthday, or a celebration, a wedding, or they're giving me a christening. So if that's you, there's something to celebrate with the people around you, that larger circle around you, group number 2. So that's wonderful. Congratulations to whoever is hitting that milestone or having that celebration or having that party. Let's get a vibe about what you're, oh yeah, they said flip them all, please, Jody. They're having me do this today. Okay, let's just go with Spirit. All right, moving to the middle category for theme energy. As I said, you've got this beautiful spider web here, and oftentimes the spider web, I'm just gonna move these up a little so we'll be able to fit all your cards in. Oftentimes the spider web means you are weaving something. So maybe you're building something with your friends and family members. Maybe you're thinking and planning something. It's a beautiful energy, the spider web in general. Let's take a look. 7 of voices. Ooh, so maybe you're keeping this a secret. So you may be working on something with somebody in your friend or family group, a heart connection, where you're keeping it on the down low. You're building something, or you're trying to create something, or you have it's like a secret intention is how they're saying it. So you may be intending to create something or do something or plan something, or they're showing me somebody I don't want to call showing me somebody like trying to get pregnant. So I hope I didn't blow anybody's cover there. I asked and they said it was all right for me to say it. So if that's you, wonderful. Trying to build something, weave something, start something. And it feels to me that you are keeping it a secret, but it's like that good kind of secret. Sometimes this 7 voices, which is the 7 of swords, can be like deceptive energy. And right now, because it just feels light to me, like when you want to surprise somebody, right? And so you kind of keep it on the down low. You keep it a secret. Perhaps, something has been painful in the past, or you've moved through a painful transition. That's what they're saying, because, preceding the 7 of voices would be the 6 of voices, which is a transition out of a possibly painful time. And so now you're kind of keeping it on the down low. You're keeping it to yourself until maybe it comes through fruition, but we'll get more information. And then in your romantic relationship here, you've got this pinky promise. So maybe again with the secret. So if this is you and you are planning to get pregnant or trying to get pregnant or have a child and you're keeping it a secret, best of luck to you, sending you all the amazing fertile vibes that I possibly could, okay? Let's see what's under this here. Oh yeah, the Magician. Wow, group 2. Wow, okay. This is about creating your existence, creating your life, creating what you want, and bringing it into form. trusting and connecting to the divine source and knowing that you can bring whatever you want into existence. It's a manifestation card, right? The Magician takes action and is connected. And as I said, you may be keeping a secret here. So if you are not looking to have a child and you chose this pile, there's something else that you're working on, that you're trying to manifest. And if you were trying to manifest a relationship, you might be keeping that from somebody. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you guys have promised each other something that not everybody perhaps knows about yet. Let's get more information. All right, we'll focus first on the acquaintance pile, where you're having some fun, celebration energy. I'm gonna pick up your vibe here. Group number 2. Yeah, milestone energy. All right. The 2 of Feathers. Decisions and direction. You're getting it reversed. I'm wondering if you've been maybe deciding to whether or not, they said whether or not you like somebody, which is interesting. So maybe there's people as a part of this group that you're trying to decide whether or not you enjoy their company, let's say. Or there may have been a decision whether or not to actually take part in the celebration or in it. And, making a decision to do that or not do that, or like how it works for you. So it looks like you've been kind of pondering over it. What part am I playing in this is what they just kind of gave me. So like, where do I fit into this? Because if it's familial, maybe you don't know everybody, right? And you're like, but where am I going to fit into this? So it looks like you've been kind of deciding, trying to make a decision, trying to figure out what's best for you there. Let's see how they're feeling about it. There it is. Thank you. The 2 of Shells. Ooh, so this is some sort of like, see, she has it right there. Union, harmony. It feels like this might be like a marriage, or some kind of, or an anniversary, like a big anniversary, because the coupling energy. I'm asking about the reverse positioning of this card. I'm wondering if there's potential like leading up to this that you've been picking up on from them. And so that's why you're like trying to decide what you're going to do, or what part you want to play in it. Okay, because I don't think, to me, it does not feel at all that you don't want to celebrate, group 2. I feel like you are a celebratory person, and who doesn't love a celebration? Who doesn't want to have some fun, right? But it just feels like, these are 2 2s. And they're both reversed. So it's like, it feels like you're questioning out the union, or what's been going on has maybe, like I said, been, I don't know, like the commitment or what's been trying to be communicated throughout the commitment or around this celebration maybe has been here and there, or maybe confusing, which is causing you to kind of question what you want to do here, or like whether or not you like this particular person and you want to spend time with them. Let's get more information. Very interesting kind of energy. Always do what's right for you, group 2, right? You are group 2 and you've got these 2s. So it's like, keep moving in the right direction for you. You don't have to question yourself. It just feels like you've been pondering, and there may have been some like imbalances it feels like this is an anniversary or something. It's a coming together. So that's why I'm saying like a milestone anniversary of somebody's wedding anniversary, or a wedding, or twins, somebody having twins, something like that has 2 people involved, okay? Or 2 birthdays together, and like, do I have to combo these? Do I need to go together? Should we do these together? So interesting. Overall, it's meant to be this beautiful, fun celebration. So don't get lost in the decisions, or like the lack of communication between people, or the sort of like if there are imbalances in the union, don't let that infiltrate your energy and stop you from deciding to do exactly what you're meant to do. And what Spirit is really saying is stop you from celebrating or having fun. Yeah, look at this. You're like hoping that this is going to actually move forward in a good direction, that you're not going to have stalled movement or feel like sort of like, oh my God, this didn't go as planned, or this didn't go very well, or why did I do that? I knew I shouldn't have done that. It's like, you have to choose what's best for you here with the intention of having fun, showing up, celebrating, being there for, let's say it's a person that you're really close to, and the acquaintance, it's sort of like, are you going to deal with the other people in a way that's really balanced for you? That's what they're wanting you to do here. So if you've been hoping for movement in that place, hopefully you've already made a decision. If not, we're coming up in March. So this may be coming up in March for you, where you're needing to go. And I don't want you to have anxiety, group number 2, around making that decision, because it will move forward smoothly if you keep the highest intention here of the celebration and the fun energy. They want this one. Okay. So they are paying attention, and I think you're wondering if they even understand this other party or these other people, if they're even getting it. They're paying attention, but people pay attention to what affects them the most. It just feels like this is a really light energy. This is a accomplishment. There's a milestone that's been reached, and you're meant to make the decision that is best for you without spending so much time worrying about it, right? Or taking on the projection of the event or the celebration, or like, again, if it's somebody's birthday, do you have to go? No, of course you don't have to go. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. Show up in a way that feels really good for you. And if you can, the highest and best intention is for fun and celebration, to show up in that energy with an open heart, right? If you're afraid that you're not going to catch something, don't worry about that. You'll catch it. Let's see what the outcome is for this. Surrender. Okay, yes. Group 2, what I would say is surrender to possibility, to fun, to enjoyment, to celebration. Keep the highest vibrating frequency in your alignment. Don't get caught up in the thoughts of like, oh my God, is this gonna work? Oh my God, who's gonna be there? Am I gonna like them? Are they gonna annoy me? Is this gonna be like terrible? Do I even wanna go? Let go of control. Let the celebration guide you. Let the fun guide you. Let the celebration guide you there with the acquaintances. No need to worry. It's like, you do not want to be in any kind of judgy-wudgy thing at all. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to be an observer, but this is showing up in a place where you might be worried about whether or not you're either going to be judged or you're going to be judging people too harshly. And they're saying, like, let all of that go. Observe and intend to have fun, and notice where that is happening for your highest good, and involve yourself in that. Release the need to control the situation. Let it unfold, because it's going to be here and done. That's what it feels like. It feels like leading up to something. It's a milestone. It's something to celebrate. And then, of course, that will close. That will end. And then you don't want to you don't want to look back and go, oh my God, like, did I show up the way I needed to? Did I have fun? Was I there in a way that really worked? Okay. We'll move on from that. Remember, celebration and fun with the people that are in the outer circles. You're a beautiful being, group number 2. Show up as you without judgment. Surrender the control and just go and have some fun and celebrate. All right, we're looking at here the close friends and family members that you may have. These are the heart connection energy. And as I said, something's being built. And you're keeping it on the down low, I believe, with this person or people. So if you're looking to start something new, if you're growing something, if you've been, they said incubating, which again is a reference to having a child, but also thought incubator, thinking about something, kind of brainstorming with people, and you're just waiting to see what's going to come of it. That's okay. They're saying that's the vibe, and you may be building something wonderful, and it just needs some time here. Let's see. Yeah, 3 of shells. Okay. It's like I feel that you don't want to let it out yet. The three, here, I'll show it to you here. This is usually about coming together and playing and having a great time and sharing and kind of loving each other. You can see the dolphins, right? They're having a wonderful time. This also is a celebration energy. You're getting it in the reverse position, which is about, it's like you don't want people talking about it. It's just something that you're keeping. You don't want people coming up to you and going, hey, I heard blah, blah, blah. And so it's safe for you to, I don't feel any resistance there. Let's see what this card is. Oh yeah, the Hermit on top of it. So the other people that you're in connection with and kind of building something with, they are okay with it. They're in the same kind of mode where they're okay to go within. We're listening to our inner wisdom here, and you will know the exact right time to sort of communicate that information, let it out into the world, or to go and tell people, or to let people know what's been going on. But for right now, it just feels like it's all right for you to kind of keep it within yourself. Yeah, they're going like, this is a good thing. This is a good one. So you must be planning something wonderful. What are you doing? Group number 2. It feels actually comfortable, comforting. As I said, sometimes that 7 of voices or swords can be like deception energy, but here it's a strategy. It's keeping it secret with a really high vibration. It's a protection energy, I feel. And it's totally okay to do that. I feel like you're onto something, whatever it is that you're trying to build or grow or weave. And Spirit's going like this, like, it's gonna be good. Love that for you, group 2. Let's just get a little more info here. If you're hoping to be able to stay in the moment, or if you're practicing moment to moment, the Ghostlands card is about the present existence, staying present, not spending too much time in the past, not thinking too much about the future. But yeah, because if you have moved from a painful situation, like they're noting that 6 of swords that comes before the 7 again, if you've kind of transitioned through that and now you're wanting to keep it close to the vest, or keep it in your heart, or keep it, or not share it right away, or like if you failed before, let's say, and now you have this new insight and this new thing being woven and you really just don't want to share it, stay in the present moment. Think about the now, right? If you can, focus all of your attention on that. Right, they just said, Jody, the spider doesn't think about the completed web when he or she is making the web. When they're building the web, they're literally doing it as they go. They're very present and focused. That's the energy of this for you. Group 2, what are you up to? What are you doing? Love it though. It really feels like, again, it feels like a comforting energy to me. They want this one. Oh my boy. Yep. Something's going on here. Something beautiful is a beautiful opportunity. If you're nervous that this isn't going to lead to anything, or it's not possible, or it's not going to happen, this is clear indication that it is. It's totally possible. Make sure that you're keeping yourself open, dispelling those kind of fears, and trusting in the unlimited possibilities of the future. Keep yourself open. This is an opportunity card, unlimited possibility card. Yeah, they said the world is my oyster card. Okay, let's see what the outcome energy here is. Honesty. Ooh, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. That's a nod to just stay in your throat chakra. Make sure that your throat chakra is taken care of, is how they want me to say it. Make sure that your throat chakra is taken care of, group 3. Either as you're communicating about this with whoever it is that you are connected to, that you guys are working together to weave this with, you want to make sure that you're being honest. If you're having certain feelings come up, or if there's a truth that resides inside you, you want to be able to speak that out or communicate that out. So I would just say, if you haven't been focusing or caring, thank you, caring for your throat chakra, now is a great time to do that, especially as it regards this beautiful thing that you're building, because the unlimited opportunities are going to be available for you for sure. They already are. And if you're harboring anything here that you're keeping, it's like the secret, or what's being held close to the vest, is meant for the group, that heart-centered person, or that group, that friend, or that family member, or whatever that may be, right, for you, that heart-centered group. It's meant to be kept inside that, so you can be honest there. It doesn't mean you have to shout it from the rooftops just yet, until you're ready, until you're provided the opportunity to feel comfortable to do so. As you're staying in the present moment, just make sure that you are honest with yourself first. Your throat chakra is open so that you can communicate it in a way that really serves and works for you and whoever else is involved in this weaving process. Beautiful. Okay, we'll move on to the final column for you, group 2, which is romantic partnerships and relationships that you may be involved in right now. You've got the pinky promise here. So this is a commitment energy. Maybe you've recommitted to somebody. And you've recommitted to the way that you're going to do things, or what you're going to manifest together. Maybe you're making a commitment to yourself about how it is that you're going to think about and think about relationships. So if you're single, what you want to grow, what kind of relationship you do want, who you want to be coupled up with. You're committing to yourself and making a promise here to step into understanding that you are the one who grows your existence, that you are the one who creates your life. And if this is a partnership or a romantic relationship that you're already in, everybody is going to be on board to create a new experience. It's the 1 card here, right? New manifestations, being connected and committing to doing that. That's beautiful energy. Let's see. Woo! Divine placement, please. This way. They want it this way. 4 of Acorns, again, something to celebrate. Comfort and community. 4 of Wands is a celebratory type of energy. You're getting that twice here. Wow. It's beautiful. Yeah. Whatever it is you're building, you can celebrate now, they just said. Feel free to celebrate now. If you feel relieved, if you feel revived, if you feel excited, if you are starting to build harmony in your home and it feels really good in this romantic relationship, if you and your partner have come back together, if you've met somebody new and you're like, holy crap, it's safe to be celebrating it, to be excited. Very high vibing energy for you here in this positioning. Woo! 2 cards. Shall we keep them both? Yes. Big nod from Spirit there. So it looks like you've got an extra here. The 5 of Feathers. Again with the strategy energy. They're talking about like communication that may have been, like you may not have been on the same page or something with the other person here, and you've had to kind of work through that, or they may not have been on the same page as you. Oh, but they've shifted their energy here to a gratitude place. The 6 of Crystals is such a beautiful generosity kind of energy where you're giving and taking. So yeah, this is to do with them where they just may have had a different idea, or perhaps you were in a relationship and let's say you're single now and that person just didn't vibe with you. They didn't have the same wants that you want for the future. They didn't have the same ideas about the future that you had. They didn't want the same things that you wanted. And so now you're going to be walking into and hopefully manifesting for yourself here a beautiful energy where someone is grateful to have you in their life. They're grateful to share their life with you, their money with you, right? Their abundance with you, their love with you. If you're already in relationship, you may be celebrating a shift in understanding like the strategy, you guys may have been on different pages, and now you're manifesting, you're committing to manifest something together now in a really different way. That's going to create this, she has synergy here, right? It's like a giving and a taking, a receiving and a giving in balanced form. So that's beautiful energy there for you, group 2. Wow, wonderful. Make sure that if you are looking for a romantic relationship, okay, that you understand that you deserve the synergy, the gratitude, the giving and receiving. You're not just the one always giving. You're not just the one always, tongue-tied, receiving there. Make a commitment to yourself that that is what you are calling in, and that decision is something to celebrate for you, okay? Let's see what else we've got here for you, group 2. Okay, a message coming in. So you're going to get some news here. So either this is something that you may not have known before, let's say, or a messenger shows up. Maybe it's an actual invitation, perhaps, group number 2. Whoop. Group number 2, a message that you receive. Yeah, like an invitation. If you're looking to date, maybe this is an invitation and that's what you're celebrating. This is good news. The messenger card comes in with a message, a divine message from spirit, something that's going to help you elevate to the next level, help your relationship elevate to the next level, help you call in exactly what it is you deserve and what you want, etc. You're always fortunate when the magical map shifter shows up. So if you're looking or waiting for news, if you're that person I was talking about before, okay, if you're looking for investment news that you're waiting for with a friend or family member, if you may receive new messages that are really going to help you rise here. So if you're waiting for something, if that's what you're hoping for, it looks like it may be coming here with your romantic relationships. They want the exact next one, which is the Magic Stream card. So if you are worried that you're, please excuse my cards, I use these daily for individual sessions. So, it might be time to get a new deck soon. But the Magic Stream card I'll show it to you upright is a beautiful card here. If you are nervous that you weren't, they're saying 9, Jody, 9. 9s can indicate things are heading to a close here. They're coming to a close here. We're starting to end a cycle of some sort where maybe you resisted the flow and you were like, I just can't. I don't want to commit, perhaps, or somebody wasn't committing to you, or you weren't finding that commitment that you wanted, or it just wasn't the time for it. Now you'll be able to flow. And they're saying, like, they're dispelling the fear that if you would like, you can divinely trust in your romantic relationship. It's going to flow now. There is a new flow that has come upon you here or is available to you. That giving and receiving energy that I keep feeling. It's like the commitment has allowed for a different channel to open up, whether you're committing to yourself about what it is that you deserve in the future and what you want to attract for a romantic partner, or there's been a shift in your romantic relationship, or that you may be looking at a shift here in the future during the month of March, okay? It's so that you can start trusting the divine flow forward, right? Receiving a message that allows you to release something and know it's safe for me to give and receive and to flow, that I'm being led somewhere divinely and it feels good. All right, let's see what the outcome energy is. Failure. Ooh. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yeah, see, I feel like this is an interesting card here. I almost want to ask about it. They're saying there's no need for me to pull on it. It's the energy of like whatever happened in the past is now over. Whatever happened, if there was mistakes, failures, indiscretions, things like that. Now you have to choose for yourself, but whatever it is that you felt like was a mistake or somebody wasn't showing up, or if your partner was on a different page or made some mistakes, you've had the opportunity to gain wisdom from it, and that's the focus. So redefining the word failure in your romantic relationship is important, or where you might have made a mistake or sort of placed your energy in a different space or had a different focus, or someone else had a different focus where it wasn't this beautiful balanced giving and receiving. Now it looks like you have come to a place where you've really understood something differently, where you've learned from that mistake and you're able to flow now. You may receive a message on the back of this, so stay open for that. If you've been worrying or wondering about that, just stay open. Like if you've been having that kind of, did we do the right thing? Did I make the right choice? Is this the right commitment for me to make? Is this going to be another mistake? It's like, to me, it feels like you're redefining failure in your romantic relationships, whether you're single or coupled up, that there's a new beginning to manifest something beautiful, to commit to manifesting something that you really want, that you really deserve, that is this beautiful give and take. And it is something to celebrate. You've gotten that card twice. Wow. Wow, group 2. Lots of interesting energy for your relationships this month for March. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you found this helpful, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or leaving me a comment about the particular part that resonated with you most. And if you know someone else that may find it helpful, please share it with them so they can receive the messages about their relationships for March that they need. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so the next time that I post a pick a card reading, you'll get notified. I hope that this served you. Thank you so much, group 2. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your March 2022 relationships reading. If you're listening to this, you chose the third pile all the way to the right with the alarm clock charm, the telephone charm, and the heart charm. Just going to separate out your cards here. These are the outcome cards. We'll just put those in the corner, and we'll be coming back to that at the end of each column. And these are for each of the different columns of relationships in your life. So you've got the alarm clock sitting here for the acquaintance position, the telephone with the friends and family column, and the heart charm for your romantic relationships. We'll lay these cards out for theme energy as well. All right, and they're having me flip them all over in a row to begin, and then we'll get into the individual columns to check out what the guidance is there. So with the alarm clock, they were saying it's time to make a change. That's what they said. That's all they said prior to the reading. So I haven't seen the cards, but that's what they were saying. It's time to make a change. Let's see. The Empress in the reverse position. So this is dealing with your acquaintances. These are the people in the outer circle. You may not know them super well, but you may work with them. You may see them. You may be in same circles with them, operating in the same circles with them. The Empress card in the reverse position sometimes can, it feels to me like you've just been trying so hard, maybe like for people to like you or something, or to make a good impression. And it's like tiring. I feel tired. I feel like they're giving me, oh my God, it's tired. And it's almost like it's created this, because you see the Empress is this beautiful embodiment of divine feminine. She is the creator. She is fertility. She is beauty. She is nurturing. And in the reverse position, it could just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's like, they just keep saying the word tired. You may be very tired trying to keep up, and it's time to make a change. Also, if things have been affecting your mind and the way that you're talking about yourself to yourself as it concerns these people, what are they thinking about me? Again, it makes me feel like, do they like me? What do they think of me? Perhaps you've been introduced to a new group of people and trying to get to know them, and that's what you're asking yourself. You don't need to be anybody but you, group number 3. Just know that. Spirit wants a shift here because it feels like tired. You're tired. It's tired of doing it. And this can lead to sometimes, really low energy, burnout, taking breaks, just like forced breaks, sick, illness, things like that. And we don't want that for you. The Empress, she nurtures things, she grows things, and they don't want you it's time to change and shift now. They've been doing this to me for every single one of these group 3. They said, put it down, flip them all over. Okay, so that's what we're getting for theme energy. And of course, we're going to come back and get more information. For your friends and family, we've got the telephone there. And they said, answer the call. That's what they said when I was prepping. Answer the call. Let's see what we've got under here. 8 of inspiration in the reverse position. So this is with your friends and family members, close relationships, heart-centered connections that you may have. Oftentimes these connections are like from multiple lives. You've been in relationship with these people, okay? 8 of inspiration is actually a very fast-moving energy when it's upright. As you can see, moving right along with massive velocity, massive speed, right? When it's reversed like this, you know, sometimes it's like, it's a need to slow down or to wait, or sometimes it can be procrastination. So I'm interested to see what's coming up. Answer the call with the 8 of inspiration or 8 of wands showing up there. This is saying answer the call, but wait to move forward or slow down. Answer the call to slow down, we shall see. And lastly, in your romantic relationships for the theme, we've got love is what they said. Heart, love, done. Very simple. Love, love, love. So let's see what we've got under here. Ooh, the Hermit card. So I think, yeah, they said coming out of your shell now. So if you've been, if you're single and you've been kind of not wanting to put yourself out there, or feeling alone, they're talking about coming out of your shell with this. And the Hermit card obviously is a solitude energy where you're going within yourself, etc. When it's reversed, it can be like isolation, which is very different than solitude. Isolation is like withdrawing yourself from the world, withdrawing yourself from love. But that's why they're saying coming out of your shell now. So we'll get more information on that for sure for you, group 3. Let's start with the Empress energy in the reverse position. It's time for a change here with your acquaintances. It feels like people are projecting their energy onto you, and you have been just taking it, and like it's been affecting your thought processes and your mind, possibly how you think about yourself. And spirit, your spirit team is like, yeah, this needs to stop now. Both of these, thank you. So we'll grab a couple cards here, see what they have to say for this. The Magician in the reverse position. Have you forgotten that you create your life? Other people's opinions of you and their validation of you and what they think of you is not the point. It's not the point. Willpower and creation. Exactly. You create your life. This is showing up in the reverse here to remind you of that you can stop trying to please other people or grow something the way they say, be something because they want you to be it. It's really important for you to be able to, yes, it's like they keep saying, like, it's time for a change. Stop being somebody that you're not. Love who you are and remember your power to create whatever it is that you want to create, that you have power with these people. Just by being you. They don't want you to keep pretending to do something, be something, grow something the way someone else wants you to do it, group 3. All right. Woo. Kind of a stern message there. It feels to me, sometimes our spirit teams get like, like they have enough of it, you know? And if that goes on long enough, they'll intervene. It's called divine intervention. I tell people you do not want divine intervention to happen normally because it isn't pleasant. It's because we haven't been listening, right? Because you have control over your life. You get to make the choices. You create your life. If you've been letting other people, the people around you in those outer circles, if you're constantly feeling people are judging you or, talking about you or whatever, it's time to make a change for you. Let's see. The Page of Shells. Interesting. Intuition and inspiration. I don't think people are reading you right because maybe you're trying to be somebody else, group 3. So yeah, it feels like they're not getting you, but that's because you're not being you. Everything will shift when you decide that you're going to share from your own heart, that it's safe to do that. I don't think they're connecting with you because you're blocking it almost. And they can feel that, those outer circles. They're like looking for you, and you're looking to be something that they want to see, when the truth is, group number 3, if you shift it, time for the change, and really start stepping into your own creativity, your own power, your own opportunities and power to manifest what it is that you truly are into your life, that people sort of willingly understand that in a very different way. They understand you differently. They see it. Yes, thank you. They see you. Stop making yourself small, group 3. It's like the judgment and the opinions of others are really none of your business. And I know that sometimes that it really feels like, because of the projection, it feels like it is your business. Make sure that you clear your energy, group 3, okay? When you're going into groups of people, especially if they're people that you don't know too well, clear your energy and protect your energy so that you're taking your power back to choose what it is you're going to receive in, so that you're not just receiving all of the projections that someone may or may not be providing, and that's affecting your mental state. Oh, look at this. If you're hoping that this advice is going to help you come to life, if this is what you're hoping for here in this area with the people around you in that outer circle, it will. You've got to just start being you. You're beautiful. You have wonderful ideas. I know. They're like, we don't really know how we got on this track about this mask that you're wearing, or trying to be something else, or showing up in a way because you feel like you're supposed to. But time to start coming back to life for you, group 3, and not worrying about what other people are saying about you or how they're seeing you, because that's their business, not yours. And I feel like they're kind of confused, if I'm honest. It feels like a confusion energy is coming in with this Page of Shells, which, I mean, it isn't always, that's not how I would normally read that card. That card's a heart-centered card that when it's upright, it's like, ooh, new creative possibilities, or I'm curious, sensitivity, heart, emotional energy. When it's reversed, it's like insecure. So maybe they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. That could be happening. And you're taking them in and acting as if they're yours when they're not yours. You're meant to come to life here with those people that are in the outer circles and allow them to keep their stuff. If it's their stuff, let them have it. If you're afraid that you're not going to be able to stop worrying about this, and maybe it's keeping you up at night, okay? The Goblins card is the fear card. This is in the fear position of this energy, and you're getting the fear card in the fear energy. Spirit's telling you it's safe to release that now. Get those goblins to go to sleep. Time to make a change, right? You grow your life. You get to decide what you want to nurture. You're beautiful. Once you start beginning to feel that divine energy connecting back to your core and coming up and existing, sort of manifesting things into your life again, okay? These fears about that are just going to start to dispel as you begin to, you see how she's like not quite, as you begin to emerge from this stone person, or this rigid box that you thought you had to be in, your beauty shines. You get more connected, and the fears go away. They go away. People actually, I think, are going to very much welcome it. It feels like they're curious possibly about you, and there's like I said, there's a confusion energy that's happening that I'm picking up on. Like, is that really what it is? Or I don't know, like almost mysterious. And the minute you step into yourself again and give yourself permission to do that and make the change, things shift. The energy immediately feels different. The fears get dispelled. Let's see what the outcome card is here. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth, especially about yourself, group 3. Release. No need to feel guilty. If that comes up, if the guilt comes up, that's connected to this fear card. Just let it be released. I see and feel it. Go, I see you, guilt. I see you coming up. Or I see you, negative belief. Or I see you there. Thank you for reminding me that I can be exactly who I am. I'm beautiful. I create. I nurture. I know what I can grow. I know what I can manifest. I can manifest whatever it is I want just by being me, right? I'm inspired. I'm connected. Time to make that shift right there. And there you go, the 5 again. Change energy as it concerns what you're thinking about other people and how they're thinking about you. Take back your power. You've got that. Release any beliefs that no longer assist your soul's growth. Done. And really please protect your energy, because they keep showing me that. Like, as you, even if you are not meeting these acquaintances in physical person, like if you're hopping on a Zoom call, if you're hopping on a call, if there are multiple people that you're trying to always impress, or you want to make sure you make a good impression, this could be at work or in any kind of community or group, make sure that you take a moment to yourself to remind yourself of how beautiful and how powerful you are. Okay? And connect yourself, and then protect your energy. Okay, thank you. All right, we're moving on to the second column, which is friends and family. We've got answer the call and the 8 of inspirations, which is sometimes a slowed movement. Sometimes it can be like procrastination energy. Let's get some more information, or just a waiting energy. Wait for the call. Wait for the call. So maybe you're waiting and then answering the call here instead of really pushing forward. If you push when you've got an energy like this, sometimes it's like it's more work than it's worth, is what they just said. So this is a heart connection, right? One of your close friends or your family members, where they're kind of wanting you to lay off. Don't push. Wait for the call and then answer the call. So maybe you're in a rift with somebody. I don't know. Let's see what we've got here. The Hermit. Okay, so you've been in solitude. You've been sort of giving yourself a moment, either away from this person or to contemplate something. There's a contemplation word, contemplate something. Okay. They said, rightly so. So rightly so, group 3. I'm not sure what went on here, but it feels like you're definitely meant to take it slow, and that you're going to be receiving some communication possibly from this person. And they want you to actually be open to answering it. They don't understand, they just said. This is the Shaman card, okay, which is the Hierophant card in this deck. Divine wisdom, spiritual power, but it's reversed, and they're saying like, yeah, they don't understand. The high road, right? They said it's up to you to take the high road. This, when somebody takes the high road, it does not mean that they don't have boundaries or they give away their power to choose. Okay, group number 3, that is not what I'm saying at all. In fact, the high road is a personal choice, and they're telling you you're meant to take the high road here. So this person may not be as, let's say, as conscious or connected as you are. And it's caused you a lot of frustration. Maybe you've had to detach. Maybe there was a blow up or something happened, right, where you were like, I can't now. I can't anymore. You just don't get it. It really feels like they don't understand either where you are. And so you've had to take some time to yourself, and that's okay. Not everybody needs to understand. Even the closest people to you, the most intimate heart connection that you have, will never truly understand your path, and you will never truly understand theirs. And why? Because we are all individuals walking on our own paths. You can empathize, you can be compassionate, You can have sympathy for people. You can listen to them. They can listen to you, but you are the only one having your experience, and that is okay. Remember that, group 3. That is okay. It feels like reconciliation energy, but taking the higher road and looking from a higher perspective to really understand that if somebody is not at the vibrational place that you are at, if somebody is not vibrating at the frequency that you are at, that's okay, that they're on their path. It doesn't mean that you can't have a relationship with them with boundaries, with healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean you can't love them. It doesn't mean that, you have to completely detach from them, but you need to create boundaries, and perhaps you've been thinking about that already, and really taking it slow is going to be important. So during the month of March, if you do receive that call, and the call could be a text message, the call could be an email, it doesn't have to be a literal call, of course. They're saying answer the call with the understanding. Bygones, yes, let bygones be bygones. And then, thank you, they're showing me the word expectation, group 3. So stop expecting. If you are expecting something from them that they are not capable of either understanding or providing because they're just not there and they just don't understand it, that's on you. Sorry to be the deliverer of that news, but sorry, not sorry. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, because if you're setting up expectations for people and, you get disappointed by that, they were not there to understand that, and that's okay. All right? It feels like a beautiful reconciliation that's not meant to be forced. Okay, if you've been thinking should I reach out to them? Is this the time? No. They're saying wait for them to call, as you're in this contemplation place within you about the situation, open up your heart center to receive without judgment and without expectation moving forward. And this actually, believe it or not, sometimes really shifts somebody else because you're not expecting from them from a certain place that they're not at. You're just accepting them where they are in the moment and understanding that you can still love them. Of course you can. You can still have a relationship with them. And that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice yourself, right? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Let's see what's in this. Stuck in the mud. Yeah. Okay. This is something that, right, it's divinely ordered, thank you. So this kind of contemplation about the situation that has happened, this relationship in particular, definitely something being worked out there, a bigger life lesson. When you get the stuck in the mud card upright, this is a nod from Spirit that just says, we're sticking you here in this situation with this person, in this relationship, with this circumstance on purpose. And if you're hoping to get out of it, the way to get out of it is to look around yourself, notice what you have so that you can understand that it's finally time to move out of the thing. It's like the call will come and it will be time, but they have stuck you. Spirit's raising their hand and saying, you needed to be in this situation. We need you to contemplate it, to understand what's been going on here, and to open up your heart again to someone who may not be in the same place that you are, right? They've stuck you on purpose. So if you're wondering how can I get out of this? I need to release this. I need to release this. The way that you do that when you get this card is observation and sitting in it for a second and going what am I meant to learn here? Because once you understand and learn, you look down and you go, oh, I can just walk out of this mud. But until you're able to see that, it just feels like you're stuck, but it's on purpose. It's divinely ordered. Gotta love Spirit, right? All right. Another card in this category here. Yeah, something's been learned, something's been gained, the talisman energy. If you're worried about either you not keeping and learning the lesson or going back to old habits with this person, okay? If you have taken the time to contemplate as these cards are presenting, just know that it can't be the same in the future. You've learned something. The talisman card says, through this experience, you have gained wisdom that allows you to move forward in a very different way. In fact, the past cannot repeat itself once you're aware of what's been happening. Once you're aware, oh my God, I was setting expectations that this person was going to provide me this or was going to understand this when I had no business doing that. I understand that now. I see that now. I'm going to take that understanding and that wisdom, and I'm going to, answer the call. I'm going to open up my heart. And I'm not going to do that with condition, meaning that opening up my heart or answering the phone, answering the call, or answering the text, whatever it is, doesn't also mean I have to go back into that cycle, because you're not going to, right? You've learned something and you can take that with you. So if you're worried about the fact that this is just going to go back, it's only going to go back if you allow it, if you choose it. Remember that. A lot about choice here. Stepping into your power there, group 3, in your relationships this month, it looks like. Taking back your power, taking the wisdom, taking the understanding of who you are, and using it thus far in these categories here. All right, let's see what the outcome energy is for this, because I feel they've had the word reconciliation up and they have not taken it down yet. So let's see. Ah, beautiful. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. They wrap that up in a nice bow for you there, group 3. So yeah, when you accept somebody as they are, your heart opens to acceptance, and it doesn't stop you from being able to stand your ground in places that you need, that serve you, for you to love and accept yourself, right? But it doesn't prevent you then from judgment or not being able to, the word they're using is cohabitate, but be around people that you really care about, or that you do have heart connections with, even though they might be on a totally different path than you, or dealing with a whole other different set of circumstances that you're not dealing with. It doesn't mean that you're not still connected through your heart center, and it doesn't mean that you have to shun them or not have boundaries. You can love them and have boundaries. You can accept them and have boundaries. It's not one or the other. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. This is a beautiful, again, reconciliation type of energy. So I wish nothing but the best for you in this situation, group 3. I hope that you will release learned, they're saying learned need to judge someone or have conflict or have expectation, because it's not serving you and it's not serving them. And as I was saying before, they're giving it to me again. Sometimes when we actually open our heart and we take the resistance out of it, and we understand that for ourselves first, when we open our heart there, because everything is energy, that other person feels it and often gets affected. It often affects their energy as well and helps them possibly to rise. It gives them the opportunity. You cannot change them, but accepting them gives them the opportunity to rise. Beautiful. All right, let's move to the final column with your romantic relationships, which obviously we've got some love coming in, and the Hermit card in the reverse position, where they were saying you may be wanting to isolate yourself or detach yourself. So if you're not in a relationship, you may have been hiding out, not wanting to get out there. What they were saying is come out of your shell. If you are in a relationship, you may have been withholding, is what they're saying. Withholding. So this could be, just gonna grab a quick drink. This could be withholding anything in a romantic relationship. Sex could be withholding your feelings, your truth, could be withholding money. We're going to get more information, but I'm going to see. So if you've been doing that, it's time to come out of your shell there, group number 3. That's how they're wanting me to put that, which I don't know if I've ever heard that with the Hermit reversed, coming out of your shell. They don't want you isolating or withdrawing here. They want you opening up to love, hence the heart. Opening up your heart first, they just said. The shadow, ooh, okay. This is the Death card, excuse me, in this deck. Self-empowerment and ambition. Something is coming to a close. Something is they're saying no to me. No? No. Just let me, I'm just gonna listen here. No. I'm listening. 1 second to listen here. Oh, I said this was the death card. That's why they're saying no. Sorry about that, group 3. This is the devil card. I apologize, group 3. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're like, Jody. Yes, this is the devil card, which is very different, okay? The shadow self, right? You're beautifully able to come out of your shadow. That's why they're saying coming out of your shell, coming out of your shadow. They said coming out of your shell is saying it nicely. The devil card can be an interesting energy. Why did they talk? Something must be transforming because they're not letting that death energy go. Even though this is the devil card in this deck, excuse me for that. It just feels like this is a transformation time as well. Maybe that card will come out next. I don't know, but I'm feeling a transformation where, again, you're coming out of your shell. This is literally you coming out of your shadow. This is showing up in the reverse position in your energy of this romantic relationship category. It's time, they just said. Again with the time. It's time. This is so, you must be at an ascension point in your relationships, group 3, because you are stepping into your power and rising up and coming out of your shell, coming out of the shadow. Sometimes this card can talk about how you're really being pummeled is the word, by your shadow self or by the devil energy. But the devil is not bad. The devil is actually a beautiful learning tool for us to understand that the only person that imprisons us is ourselves. This is, of course, an animal deck, the SpiritSong deck, but normally the devil chains you or puts you in prison but doesn't lock the door. So you are able to come out of that prison. Don't hesitate in doing that. It's time to come out of the shadow in your romantic relationships. It's time to let your inner light shine. Let your feelings come out. To be seen is what they just said. I'm going to get more info on this. It does feel like something is transforming. Really, I know. Ooh, so a new beginning. Yes, creative force and confidence. I'm just feeling like it's been a low energy, that you may have really just felt totally detached. And somebody's coming in here. They're trying to bring somebody in. And sometimes we have to make space for that. And if we're not willing to go out into the world or if you're in a relationship, to start sharing differently, to come out of that darkness, to free yourself, right, with the devil card, to come out of the isolation. If you keep withdrawing, it's going to be difficult for this energy to be felt, is how they're saying it. Somebody wants to start a new beginning with you. So that doesn't matter if you're already in a romantic relationship or not. They've got a spark energy going. So you may find that somebody wants to date you if you're single. You may find somebody who's looking at you. And if you recoil into yourself, group 3, that darkness kind of will carry you around. It's instead of being oh, I'm free to check this spark out and see where this energy goes, you go back into the prison. And again, the gate, the door, whatever, it's not locked. You close the door behind you. You're doing it, right? You're doing it. Sometimes the devil card is about addiction, but it's really about negative cycles, especially cycles of coping. And in this case, I'm just feeling like there's been a low detached type of energy, a withdrawal energy from you. And they want you to come out of your shell and step into love, essentially, and step into this fire. So you may meet somebody who's is passionate, very passionate about you, and is not afraid to show it. Or if you're in a relationship, you may find that spark of passion igniting again and helping you, group 3, to come out of that shell of yours, to come out into the light, to come out of that withdrawal energy and to stop putting yourself in the prison. Normally that prison starts in our mind. So really they're saying pay attention to the things that you're saying to yourself in your mind about love, about what you deserve, about how lovable you are. You've got a love charm. So really the overview is about loving yourself enough to not keep yourself hidden, to not keep yourself in prison. And it shows that there's going to be a new spark coming from the external circumstances. So that's the other person in the relationship. It does not matter if you're single or you're in a relationship. There's a new passion spark happening there. Maybe they want to go and hang out with you in a different way. Again, maybe you'll be asked out on a date or you just see somebody noticing you. And that really happens and will get ignited if you allow yourself to come out of the shadows, come out of your shell and step into love. They just keep saying that. Step into love. I still feel the transformation energy spirit of that death card. Just saying. If you're hoping to feel more at home in your own skin or feel more at home in your relationship, that is available for you. Group number 3, beautiful energy. The home card is about feeling at home in your own skin. Sometimes it means feeling at home in your home, of course, which may be the case if you are partnered up and you live with somebody. And like I said, you've been kind of feeling detached or like withdrawn. The new spark may create this wonderful new energy in your actual home where it feels more warm, where it feels more like a space that you want to be in and reside in and have joy in and experience with that romantic partner. If you are single, if you're hoping to feel more at home in yourself as a result of coming out of your shell, coming out of the darkness, not keeping yourself in that prison, that is completely available for you. That's wonderful energy, group 3. All right, and, okay. They just said you're worried about getting hit again, like that. Like getting hit. So maybe you've been sort of suffering from sadness for a bit or really low energy, okay? And it's almost like you don't trust your own... Well, the Dragon's Lair card is about our internal and intuitive warning system. And what they're kind of giving me is that you don't trust your internal warnings, that you don't trust that you're going to have, you don't trust that you're going to have the warnings, that might happen again. And what they're saying is get connected and stay aware because you'll always have those warnings. If you feel like you're walking down a wrong path, if you're checking in with yourself, you're going to know. If you're aware of what your triggers are that send you back into that prison, right? Or what that's keeping you or what makes you withdraw. That's the key. The best thing and the most important job that you have is to understand and get to know yourself first. You're in charge of yourself. If you don't know what the triggers are for you or what your coping style is or what sets you off or what makes you withdraw, then yeah, it's going to be harder to notice when you might be receiving that kind of energy and then automatically kind of walking your way back into a prison of your own making. But what they're saying is all you have to do is be aware. We'll be giving you the signs. You're going to feel so much better. Almost, they said, you may feel almost like, oh my God, this is too good to be true. What's going to happen next? Because it's too good to be true that this is happening because you may have been in a low vibe with your relationship for a long time or how you view romantic relationships. But what they're saying is, don't worry, we'll give you the warning. You can release that fear that you're not going to be warned. As long as you stay aware, you will know the difference between how it feels to feel good and if something's shifted that you need to be aware of so that you don't send yourself back into a prison or you don't withdraw. And instead you communicate and you grow that spark that's happening here, that's available into a bright, beautiful, loving flame. Thank you. All right, interesting energy there for your romantic partnership. Let's see what the end result is here. Humor. Oh my gosh, yes. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So really coming out of your shell and laughing. Spending time with people who are fun. If you have, they said it will keep you in that vibration. Wonderful energy for you, group 3. And the answer, they said, and the answer. So really practice and focus on staying light so that you can stay out of the shadow energy. It's time for you to kind of move back into love and really believe in that. And the humor energy always allows us to be really connected to our heart center through joy and be inspired in that space, because everything just kind of relieves from our energy that's heavy when we're laughing. Like when you laugh at something or you're doing funny things and you're being light and childlike, it doesn't allow you to go back into this heavy withdrawal type energy. It makes you exuberant. It makes you want to come out and, as I said, grow that kind of passion, sparky energy into something good. It makes you feel good in your body. You'll notice if something's off, so don't worry about that. Group number 3, how lovely. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I hope that this reading served you today, group number 3. If you found it helpful, please let me know by giving that a thumbs up and leaving me a comment below, letting me know what the best part of the reading was for you or what resonated with you. If you know someone else who may enjoy this reading, please share it with them so that they receive the messages that are meant for them about their relationships this March. And please hit that subscribe button so that the next time I post a pick a card reading, you'll get notified. Thank you so much. I hope that this served you. Thank you so much. Group number 3.